Hello and welcome to the Badger Tank.
Oh yeah.
This is our 8th video in our Tribes Ascend class overview video series. Now last time we looked at the second of the heavies that you have to purchase, the Brute, a base attacker and harasser. Now today we're looking at the first of the light classes you have to buy, and it's my favorite class, the Infiltrator. The Infiltrator is a light attacking class, good at harassing and base destruction, and he has the ability to go invisible. Now his default primary weapon is the Rhino SMG. Now the SMG has a very good rate of fire. It's the second quickest SMG in the game, the quickest being the Technicians. It has 32 bullets in a clip by default and 36 when upgraded. A very good weapon outdoors and allows you to stealth quickly again after firing. Now the second primary weapon that the Infiltrator gets is the Stealth Spin Fuser. This one you have to purchase. The Stealth Spin Fuser is the weakest Spin Fuser in the game. It does 700 damage. The Pathfinder's Light Spin Fuser does 770. However, since you'll be the first to strike in a lot of battles, it is actually a very powerful weapon indeed. Very, very good and allows blue plates. As for his third primary weapon, it's the Jackal. Now this one you have to purchase or get as part of the Cloak and Dagger bundle. Now the Jackal fires very like the Raider's Arc's Buster. It fires 3 sticky explosive shots, which stick to anything. However, you can detonate it whenever you wish, making it very, very useful for setting traps or just being an asshole.
Your favorite weapon for being a troll.
Now as for secondary weapons, the Infiltrator's default secondary weapon is the SN7 silenced pistol. Now this is a projectile based pistol, not a hit scan pistol like most of the other pistols in the game. It does a fairly meaty 170 damage per shot and actually does more DPS than the SMG does. However, you have to pull the trigger yourself, of course. Very good for stealthy kills and for finishing off an already wounded foe. Now for the second secondary weapon, the Infiltrator gets the throwing knives. Now these have to be purchased or got in the Cloak and Dagger bundle. The throwing knives are like spin fusers in the sense that they fire directly ahead and they do a damaging shot. Now they do 375 damage on a direct hit and 100 on a glancing, because they do a little bit of splash damage. As for belt items, the Infiltrator gets a lot of options. His default option are the sticky grenades. Now these, like the Brute's light sticky grenades, stick to anything they're thrown at. They do more damage than the Brute's grenades, however. Very, very good for taking out generators and heavy armor.
Yeah, especially for the heavies.
Yeah, they do quite a lot of damage. Very good for taking out heavies.
Yeah.
His second belt item are the Prism Mines. Now, these you have to purchase. The Prism Mines, when placed down, they set out a little tripwire, little green tripwire, that is basically the same size as all the doorways in the game. Now, when the tripwire goes off, the mines explode and they deal damage. Very simple and can be useful. The third belt item that the Infiltrator gets, and this you have to purchase or get as part of the Cloak and Dagger bundle, are the Smoke Grenades. Now, these are fairly useful. When used, they will instantly make you invisible, so they can be very good if you get caught by enemies or if you need a quick getaway. Now as for the pack, the Infiltrator has the Stealth Pack. Now this is fairly standard for him. This is what allows him to go invisible, so upgrading this will reduce the energy drain while invisible. Now as a light class, the Infiltrator oddly enough gets plus 100 health on his armor twice, giving him a grand total of 1000. That's the most health any light class has in the game. As for perks, there are a few that are very useful, like the Ultra Capacitor is always useful. Bounty Hunter is very good if you're getting a lot of kills. Close Combat's great if you're down in the generator room. Looter is very useful to keep yourself supplied while you're in enemy territory. Stealthy is very good as well. My favourite would be Safety Third. 5 sticky grenades, very, very useful. Very, very good.
Yeah.
As for secondary perks, Sonic Punch can be very good if you need to get a heavy off the flag stand very quickly. Survivalist would be a personal favourite because it keeps you alive and the extra energy you get when it's upgraded keeps you stealthed longer. Quick Draw can be good when you really need to take out a downed foe quickly. That was the Infiltrator's weapons and war gear. Now your role as an Infiltrator on the battlefield is a harasser, a base harasser and a base attacker. Now he's very good at taking out base assets like the generator. Sticky grenades, very good for that. Jackal, good for that. Stealth Spin Fuser, not so bad for that. He's mostly used for harassing the defenders. Like as you can see here, I'm running around with close combat and just one-shotting technicians as they're working in their generator room. You know, I'm annoying the Doombringers. My favourite thing to do as an Infiltrator is to hang about the flag stand with the Jackal, and whenever somebody comes in with the enemy, with our flag and tries to cap, I blow them up right on their own flag, like ultimate flag. It's just I love doing that.
Followed by loads of hate messages.
Followed by a lot of hate messages, people saying Jackal unskill, unskill, you know. But like, yeah, like your job really is just to harass the hell out of the enemy. You're there to annoy them as much as possible. Now, you
Yeah.
don't have the toughness of the brute or anything, and the brute really makes a nice loud distraction, like a really nice like follow me kind of distraction. But the infiltrator is just all about, you know, being quiet, being patient, just
Yeah.
waiting for the right moment, choosing your battles wisely. Like, you
Yeah.
know, you never want to be in a battle that you didn't choose to do yourself as the infiltrator. You always want to make sure you know what the score is. And if you can hold up the defenders without them seeing that you're there and such, then you've really done a good job in my
Yeah.
eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. The infiltrator, in my eyes, I don't like him as a class. I'd much prefer like the Pathfinder or the Sentinel as the lights, because the Pathfinder has a lot of speed. You can get out of a situation quite quickly,
Yeah.
and the Sentinel you don't really get involved too much. You're quite at a distance, but the infiltrator, you're right in the thick of it, and you don't have an awful lot of health compared to some of them.
That's true. Like, you've got like the lowest health of any kind of like in the middle of a battle class. Like, you've got 1,000, which is the most of any light class, but you're not going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
you're
yeah.
not going to be, you know, in the middle of every battle all the time. You know, you're going to be hiding off to the corners. In every base, there's a lot of places you can hide. Like, say Temple Ruins, for example.
Yeah.
At the flag stand, there's a ramp. You can hide in a little hole behind the ramp. I do that all the time. It's brilliant. People don't know it's there. There are so many places you can hide. It's unreal.
Yeah.
You know, you really just you choose what you are going to do, and you know, you're not just about taking out the generator. So many people think infiltrators should be down the gen room, and that's not so. Like, I hang around flag stands. That's mostly what I do. Like, I do attack the
Yeah.
generator the odd time when it's a tactical choice. You know, if there's a Doombringer who's got his shields up and I can't get them down, you know,
Yeah.
take out that
Take them out.
generator.
Yeah.
But no, he really is. Really, you do need to be careful and have patience and know what you're doing in order to play the infiltrator and to do it effectively as well.
Yeah. I get that, like, that he's a really strong class. Like, I see you on top of the board quite often. Like, we've played him, but I don't know. I just don't like him.
Uh, anyway, that was the infiltrator, master of deception and diversion. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. Next week is our last video, which is the Sentinel. So until then, good luck and see ya.
See you later.